What is up, everyone? It is DJ Martini Midwest Reviews coming at you with another video for my channel. Today I have a really good one on the Yamaha AG03 from Yamaha. It is a mixing console that you can do a lot of things DJ wise, podcast wise, streaming wise, live music. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. We're going to talk about it today. They did come out with the MK2, which is a newer version of this, but we'll talk about the differences and get into it all in this video. So thank you for tuning in. So DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. What do? I like to do reviews. I like to do all that research, check out what's in the box, give all that information to you as easy as possible, and leave you some links in case you guys are interested. So thank you so much for tuning in. Let's get into the video on this AG3 and find out what we can do. So this is the unit itself. It is a really good build construction. You can see it looks really nice white color. Got feet on the bottom down here. Very nice. It does have the USB 2.0 right here and a 5-volt input, which is a micro, but you can power it via a tablet. You can power it via your computer when you plug into it, or you can just throw in that micro and plug it in as well. So it's very versatile, very portable, and so you can take it with you wherever you want. So I do like that. It only weighs 2 pounds. It's pretty light. And like I said, the build construction is still pretty good. Now, this is probably something you'll probably want to leave at home and just mess around with at home. But like I said, very, very portable, and it's a good price right now. You can pick this up at around $100 used if you want to get it refurbished, things like that, around $100. If you wanted to buy it retail, it's still probably going to be about $170. The new MK2 is running around $200, so it is a little bit cheaper, especially if you pick it up used. I picked this model up used, so it didn't come with the software with it, but you can pick it up, the software on the side. If you just look it up, it comes with the Cubase software that you can use to get some of the effects and stuff done on this. And we're going to go over the whole mixer here. See, that looks good. We can see that we can get a little closer view of the back side here. It does have little rubber feet down here. Now the bottom is metal, the sides are plastic, and the top face is also metal. So it does have a decent construction, and also, in my opinion, it looks really good as well. But like I said, this would probably be more for home use, like podcasting type studio, live music, practicing, recording, things like that. But it's definitely portable as well, so there's no reason why you can't take it portably as well. But let's go over some of the buttons and everything. That way you can kind of get an idea of what's going on. There's a lot of videos out there, but I just wanted to repeat it because it's been working really, really well for me. It's more affordable now than it was in the past, and like I said, it's very, very close to the second new MK2, and you really don't need to upgrade unless you think that the little things that I'll tell you are worth upgrading. But let's talk about this one first. So you do have a combo jack here, which is can be quarter jack or the TRS you can plug into there, and you definitely have phantom power. So you have your plus 48 phantom power there, and it does have a pad so you can take some of the volume out. So when these buttons are down, they're working, and when they're up, they're not. Of course, you do have your volume slider here and your lights and your peak lights for your microphone here as well. You can have a gain for this channel, and then you do have some EQing and some effects, which will be like reverb and delay, and EQ settings as well, which is software based. So you do have to have this hooked up to the computer and using the software to be able to use this EQing and the effects. Not built into the mixer, it's software based. So just something to think about there. Up here you do have your guitar. You can use a normal guitar plug, and then if you do, you just push this down and you're going to be using that. If not, you want it up, so you can use this, which basically is a stereo quarter jack ends. So you can, if you're hooking up a keyboard or anything like that, you can go ahead and just plug that in right there. And then this is a high and low gain depending on what you need. Once again, it tells you if you want low, you push it down, and if you want high, you keep it up. So pretty easy there. Like I said, we went over here. Also, your channel 1 volume is going to be right here, or your gains for your channel 1, which is up here. So channel 2 and 3 is what they're calling over here. Also, you can run your laptop here. So if you want to run some music in from your laptop, you can plug your laptop in here, You can also have a guitar plugged in, and you can also have your microphone plugged in. So there's your 3 channels right there. But it kind of offers you more because you can also plug in a microphone in here as well. So if you want a second microphone, it'll still work, but it'll work through the volume from here. And you can also hook up headphones, and you can have microphone, headphones, and you'll still be able to have 2 microphones. So you can still have 2 microphones there. You'll just run volume off of this one right here. Like I said, but if you want to run the music from your laptop, this is where the gain will be, and you could bring in music once you plug in your laptop to the device. Through the USB on the back here, you can plug that in, and not only would you get power from your laptop, but you'd also be able to, if you played music from your laptop, you can have that music in the background coming from the laptop here. So then we do have an auxiliary jack as well, so you can plug in any kind of iPod, tablet, cell phone, whatever. As long as you have the 3.5 and the adapter to go with them, you can go ahead and plug that in this slot. So depending on what you're doing there, this is your power button here. You also have peak and signal lights here, so if you're getting signal, these will light up. If you're clipping or getting too high of feed, then these will light up red to warn you to turn it down a little bit. You have RCA jacks here for output for your speakers, or you do have quarter jacks as long for left and right stereo speakers. You do have a foot pedal switch here that you can plug in, and also you can hook up your headphones here as well. So if you have a quarter jack, you can plug in headphones there. Like I said, volume. And then right here, we'll get to the last stuff here. You have a mute monitor. You also have gains for your speakers, so your volume there, your gain, and then you have gains for your headphones as well. So if you're hooked in here, this will definitely control your headphone volume there, along as if you have the volume here, that'll be over here. So you have all that. So the only last thing I want to talk about real quick is your to the PC, the different things here. Just in layman's terms, your dry channel 1 and 2 would be your microphone, and this channel here too would put out all, if you want to record out to your laptop and your software, it'll record these 2 channels only, but it'll record them separately. So channel 1 would be your microphone, channel 2 would be like your keyboard or your guitar that you're playing, and it'll record them separately. One will be on one channel, the other one will be on a second channel, so it'll be kind of like recording on the left speaker your mic, on the right channel your keyboard or a guitar. If you want an input mix of everything, then you're going to want to put it on the next button right here, which is your input mix, which would be everything coming out of here. So if you had multiple things, anything coming on to the mixer, it'll come out into your recording in a left and right scenario when you're recording. So you're recording the music, everything will be mixed together, and it'll be on a left side and a right side stereo recording, okay? And then your loop back would be if you're adding your laptop music. So if you're playing an auxiliary or laptop music as well, those will all come in through this volume here. Also, your auxiliary runs off this channel, so that would record in your input mix as well. But a loop back would be coming back from your laptop if you're recording background music from your laptop. Okay, the simplest way that I can tell you how everything works there. EQing and effects will only work from software if you're plugged into a computer, and we're not going to really get into that because most people probably won't use some of that if you're just using it analog, or if you're just doing simple podcasting, things like that. You're basically just going to be using the mixer connected to your recording source. So this will be your power right here, and then like I said, this goes out to your laptop here, and it says a tablet, laptop, whatever you'd like to use there. All right, so let's go over positives, negatives, and we'll also talk about the MK2 as well. Get into positives and negatives on the Yamaha AG03 right here. And definitely positives is price point right now. So they do make an MK2, which is the new version. It's the AG03 MK2. And really, there's not really a big difference about that. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. But let's just talk about price point on this particular model here at $170-ish. You're going to find it in between that on Amazon. You can find it cheaper on eBay. You can find used ones, refurbished, things like that for around $99. which is a smoking deal for this because you can do a lot of things with it, including, you know, the digital. It's digital and analog, so you can plug it into a laptop. You can use software off your laptop with it, Cubase for recording, compression, all those types of things will work with that. If you did buy it used, you'd have to pick up that software aftermarket, so you might have to pay for some of it. Some of it might be free. You could use GarageBand if you're using iOS, things like that. But just something to think about. If you buy it used, you might have to pick up some of that software on the side. But it does have options to use that software. And if you don't have that software, then you can still use it kind of analog, but still to your computer. You just won't be able to use some of that compression, EQing, and also the effects, which is delay and reverb. But just something to think about. It does have pretty good high processing power for recording and output for recording with the 24-bit 192 kilohertz. It's less than 2 pounds, which is a positive. It's a 3-channel mixer with a little extra, in my opinion. We'll talk about that in a second. And it does have all kinds of controls, good hookups with the RCA and quarter jacks. It has a lot of recording modes, like we went over, and it's great for gaming, streaming, or live music recording. So a lot of cool options there, a lot of positives. I don't have a lot of negatives besides doing some dynamic. If you use a dynamic mic, you're not going to get any volume out of it. So it really, you got to use a condenser mic, or you have to use a gaming headset type thing. I used a few dynamic mics that just didn't really want to pick up a lot of volume. They do work, but the volume is really low, so you really have to crank them. So using some kind of a gaming mic might work a little bit better, or using a condenser mic with the phantom power that it provides work fantastic. Great volume, no issues there. So that's probably my only negative. The build construction I like. I think it's portable, all that good stuff. So I just don't have a lot of negatives on it. The new one kind of fixes what this one didn't have, which kind of is one negative for me. Is I do like that on the new one. This is the old one, but on the new one, on the MK2, it does come with a TRRS jack for the, you see how they're separate here? You have a microphone and a headphone. Well, if you had the TRRS jack, you could have a combined set with the, you know, the 3 rings on the adapter, and plug it straight in and then plug it straight into your phone, and it would have all that input and output for recording, no problem. So that is very cool that it's on the new one. Also on the new one, it has a mute button on the microphone side, so you can just mute the microphone but still have any instruments or background music playing, which is kind of cool that you can just mute the microphone. It would be no problem just for me to hit the volume, and, you know, pretty much it's going to mute you, lower the volume, no problem, mute. But that's not other things on it. It does say it does have better technology in it, but it's still the same recording process with 24-bit 192 kilohertz. So, and it has the same record modes with the dry input and loopback. So I really don't see a lot of big difference in the new one. Oh, and the new one also does have, instead of the USB 2.0, it does have a USB Type-C jack, but you can actually buy a cord that has the USB Type 2 to USB Type-C, and you can plug it into the device instead of having a USB Type-C. So it's not a really big deal in my opinion, but, you know, that might be a big deal to you, so something to think about. Other than that, I think this is a solid analog and digital mixer. It works great sound quality, haven't had any issues with it. It's really solid, and it's a great piece to have in case you want to record music, in case you want to do some gaming recording off your systems, in case you want to do some live music recording, in case you want to hook up some DJ equipment to it with microphones and, you know, side auxiliary inputs. Very, very cool. Like I said, it does have 3 channels, but it also has the extra microphone, so you technically can have 2 microphones and your instruments or a laptop plugged into this, or an auxiliary, you know, so it has some extra things that will work off combined volumes, but still, I think it's almost a little extra more than technically a 3-channel mixer, so you can get a lot done with it. Great features, great sound, great quality. That zero latency also is great technology on it as well. So pretty solid mixer. I'm really happy with it. Not a lot of negatives in my opinion. The price point at, retail was $199. You can find it for about $170 now. And the brand new MK2 is about $200 right now. So you can find this one a little bit cheaper, between, $50 less than the newer model, or maybe $100 less if you just don't get it brand new. Maybe find it used out there on eBay. That's everything I got for you today. If this is helpful at all, interesting, please like, subscribe, and share. Let me know what you think of it, and if you use it, any extra information that you want to throw in there, go ahead. I would be grateful for any extra information for the viewers out there. And that's all I got for you today, but I got tons more videos to come this year, so stay tuned to DJ Martini Midwest for more videos coming. Talk to you later.